Sitting Member of Parliament Yusuf Hassan says there is need to develop policies to ensure arrears left by students who have completed secondary school are paid by the government to help schools operate smoothly. The legislature says that following the government directive requiring schools to release certificates to learners who have finished school even without clearing their fee balances, many institutions are now facing financial strain. He adds that the NG-CDF kitty is not mandated to settle such arrears, leaving schools with limited options to manage the shortfall.
Certificate zao haziwezi kushikiliwa. Hizi ni shule za serikali. Shule ya serikali ikimfundisha mwananchi mdogo wa Kenya, akimaliza haki yake ni kupatiwa certificate. Kama kuna arrears, hawa ni watu wenye mapato madogo, wametoka kwenye vitongoji, hawajiwezi. Nataka nikirudi bunge tulete hoja ambaye itafuta hizo arrears, kwa sababu mwananchi wa kawaida wa hapa hawezi kulipa hizo arrears.
His remarks follows a request by Eastleigh High School head teacher who asked the Member of Parliament to explore ways to helping clear outstanding balances through bursaries.
Wewe unasaidia wale wazazi watoto wao wanasoma sahi, but there are those who have finished a long time ago, but they are collecting the certificates. The ministry told us, mupeane hiyo certificate, msikae na certificate na result slip, and they have a very huge balances, more than 100,000, 50,000, and we cannot deny them the certificates. Kama certificate yako iko kwa high school, you can even walk to the office na unachukua.
The Kenya Union of Post-Primary Education Teachers KUPPET Baringo branch has threatened to call a strike if the government does not urgently address challenges teachers are facing in accessing treatment under the Social Health Authority. Speaking in Cabinet, Branch Executive Secretary 𝐍𝐢𝐧𝐞 said teachers are increasingly frustrated by persistent difficulties in accessing healthcare services. The union also wants junior secondary school interns confirmed immediately and teachers who marked last year's Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education exam speed. Branch Gender Secretary Faith Kebut urged teachers to boycott marking duties if delays by the Kenya National Examination Council continue. Meanwhile, JSS Branch Secretary Nicholas Keror said the government must implement a recent court ruling and absorb interns into permanent and pensionable terms.
Capping on many of the service providers, by the service providers, on individual basis items on that share is not commensurate to the amount of money we are paying as teachers. If proper communication is not made on all the aspects of our comprehensive cover, then we are downing our tools.
Every other year, tunabeba ufala. We are teachers who deserve respect. We are teachers with dignity. We are a noble profession. So we cannot be taken as second-class citizens every other time.
Still on matters learning, as schools across the country reopen for the second term, parents in Laikipia County are calling on the government to increase education funding to ensure all students have equal learning opportunities amid the continued high cost of education. Speaking during a county bursary distribution, parents and local leaders said it was concerning that many families still depend on bursaries to educate their children at this stage. They urged the government to invest in programs that improve households' income so that parents are able to fully pay school fees without relying heavily on support. They noted that even with scholarships and bursaries in place, many parents still struggle to meet the full cost of education as the available funds do not cover all school needs.
Ukiangalia mtoto ambaye yako shule ya juu unapata anadaiwa shilingi 70,000 na ukiangalia hapa anaweza pata 5,000 na ukiangalia hiyo kiwango bado mzazi amebakia na mzigo mzito.
Ninaomba wale wote ambao wana wajibu ya kusupport masomo kwa hii nchi yetu waweze kuwajimika ili hata wale ambao hajiwezi waweze kufikiwa na ndoto za watoto wao zifanikishwe.
The Judiciary Service Commission has commenced interviews to fill a vacancy at the Supreme Court following the death of Justice Mohamed Ibrahim in December 2025. The recruitment process is aimed at restoring the full bench of the Apex Court, with the Commission stressing transparency, integrity, and merit-based selection for one of the country's highest judicial offices. During his appearance before the panel chaired by Chief Justice Martha Koome, 𝐶𝐚𝐬𝐭𝐥𝐞𝐢𝐠𝐡 assured the JSC that he would remain impartial if appointed despite questions over his past legal representations of President William Ruto, including at the International Criminal Court (ICC). He also noted that the Supreme Court deals with a broad range of constitutional and appellate matters, not just presidential election petitions, and cautioned against narrowing its mandate. After the interviews are concluded, the JSC will forward its recommendations to the President for consideration and final appointment. Elsewhere, just 3 days after the fatal shooting of a boda operator in Antobetwe village, security operations in Igembe North sub-county, Meru County, have been intensified. The incident involved the killing of a middle-aged rider, Rogers Mutumwa, sparking fear and concern among residents. In response, the Ministry of Interior has upgraded Doleli Police Post to a fully-fledged police station and deployed a new officer commanding station (OCS) to strengthen security operations in the area. During a community meeting at Antobetwe Market, Doleli Assistant County Commissioner Bruno Ongasa introduced the new OCS and urged closer collaboration between residents and security agencies to curb insecurity and ensure swift justice for recent incidents.
Mimi kazi nimetumwa hapa kubwa sana na serikali ni kuhakikisha kwamba ile ofisi nilipata pamoja na ofisi zetu zote za serikali katika hili tarafa ziweze kupeana huduma kwa mwananchi.
On matters voter registration, where residents of Kiambu constituency turned out in large numbers on the final day of the continuous voter registration exercise as the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission (IEBC) surpassed its target. Kiambu Registrar Beatrice Muli said the exercise was smooth and successful, noting that most of the new registrants were youth. She urged those yet to collect their national IDs to do so and complete the registration process. Newly registered voters welcomed the exercise, saying they are ready to take part in the shaping of the country's leadership in the 2027 general elections. And that's it from the Eastleigh Voice News Desk. I'm Zainab Said.